far here. It's a good environment.
We want to set up here today to kind of showcase the community.
Are you trading up just because you want to have that high-end card to sell, or you just want to hold it just to have it?
But is it prospecting or are we
Gambling?
Is it gambling? I took the perspective of I need to get to know more people and like have conversations with.
Is this one of the things like, oh, you want to make this deal? I'll put you on my video. Like, nah, I'm okay.
Y'all ready for Dr. Strange? Just a question. Are you ready, bro?
See, and then he had it signed by him.
No, when they cut Darth Maul in half, I literally yelled out, "No!"
If I would have known BGS has more value long-term wise, I think I would have went that route.
But do you have certain cards that you know you're going to hold on to?
Yeah, FD, man. I'm in it for the long term.
What's up, JD?
What's up, F Dizzle?
We are here in the house, Sunday, October 2nd, ready to rumble. What do we want to jump into first?
Oh, man. I know you want to talk about your boy Jimmy. Mr. Jimmy.
I can defer. I don't have to.
No. I'll wait. I'm in it, so we can talk about that later. But let's just talk about with how Jimmy looked this past week.
Well,
that boy looking nice. That Dizzle.
The Golden State Warriors getting the band back together in Japan.
the band never left.
Together, right? Saxophonist, trumpet player, my man on the drums. You got the lead singer, background singers. Everybody's getting back together. And they're playing the Washington Wizards in Japan, in Tokyo, Japan. So, I mean, I watched last night's game in its entirety. I watched the first game, probably about half the game.
Mm-hmm.
Last night, there were a lot of, I'm gonna be a stickler for things, right? They're working on stuff. There were a lot of fouls. They were moving the ball well. I can tell they're work. This was a practice game. They're working on stuff. What's the rotation line? Who's playing with who? Who's taking the shots? When Curry was on the court with Jordan Poole kind of read in the point. I saw Jordan Poole trying to play under more control than what he showed in the finals and in the playoffs. But I mean, there's a young player by the name of James Wiseman that's on the team. He had a pretty decent game, first game. I think he shot 8 of 11, had 20 points, 8 or 9 rebounds, blocked one shot. Second game, he played most of the entire game. And then what's interesting is when you look at young point guards in particular and young centers, there are things that they do that's like you just see something, and then there are things that they do where they show their maturity level in the game.
Mm-hmm.
There was times where like Wiseman got the ball in the post. His first thing was to pass the ball. Just in the floor of the offense. I know he's probably thinking floor of the offense. I'm just going to pass the ball. And probably about 2 or 3 seasons or even later this season, you're going to see him be a lot more aggressive offensively with the ball. There was one time that he took the ball, took 2 steps, did an up and under move, off glass. Those are the kind of things you know he can do. He shot a 3, hit it, all net. Those are the kind of things you know he can do. So it's going to be time. It's just going to take time. And, I mean, he's only played 30-something games rookie year. 3 games at Memphis. It's going to take some time. But the rawness that you see, to me, is interesting. Quite interesting. I love to play. I was even messing with the Kuz guy. The Kuz guy loves Kuzma. We were sending messages to each other this morning. And Wiseman takes off, and Kuzma tries to get the draw the fight, and he takes off and dunks. Just that move and the power that he displayed it's different. It's rare. So we'll see how all these things build upon each other. Kuminga looked pretty decent in the game. He was facilitator of the ball, played some defense, played pretty decent defense. Like I said, Poole was pulling back a little bit. You saw Draymond Green in them just a little bit. I didn't see Klay Thompson play at all.
We don't need to play.
It was a practice game.
Yeah. No, they look good. I still think they're going to be all right. They're just warming up for the season. That's all it is. They're just trying to get everything situated. Get all the young guys in the game and then just rinse and repeat. That's all they're going to do this year.
Now, what I don't see right now is ego. I don't see ego. I hope
Oh
I
yeah.
don't see that the whole season. I hope I don't see anybody saying, "Well, I should be taking the last shot," and then you see people arguing on the court. I really don't think so with the culture that they have and who's on the team. I don't think I'll see that, but
No, I don't think they have no ego because they know they already won last year. Why are they gonna have an ego for?
I agree.
They already. I wouldn't. I'm like, man, we won it last year. Let's run it back. And we got. I mean, honestly, they got a lot better by adding Wiseman. They added a new dimension to that team. So
He
I think
changes.
he changes everything.
So I think he has to be mindful of how many fouls do I have. Make sure I'm not in foul trouble. Some people gonna find out that's probably gonna be a weakness of his starting now. People can try to bring it to him. How do you play around that? And I think that'll come with time on the court. What do? You got to think this guy right now would be a junior in college. If he went
If that, yeah. But I think he's fine though. I mean, like him, Kaminga, Poole, they're all just going for the ride, and they're learning how to play, and they're learning how to win.
yep.
So I think that's just the
Talking
biggest
to
thing.
each other in the huddle, Poole was giving Wiseman something to think about as far as the way he wanted to be positioned on a certain play. I mean,
Mhm.
Rui on the Wizards. I got a chance to see him play. I never
You
really
like
seen him play. Yeah, I never really seen him play before.
he's solid. I think he's cool. I mean,
Nice player. He's a nice player.
they gotta get. I think he has to move out because they have too many wings. And they have too many bigs on that team already.
Yeah.
They got him. He needs to move.
And he likes to take the ball to the cup. He loves to take it out of the post. So where he gets the ball, he likes to take it.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be interesting to see his development. There are a lot of young players in the NBA today that watching them develop is going to be very interesting. It's almost like going back to 96, going back to 2002. It's going to be very interesting. 2003.
They just need the opportunity. That's all it is.
And they will get it.
Yep. That's all they need is the opportunity. If all the young players get opportunity, then they'll be okay. But there's still a lot of veterans in the league that's gonna try to take their spot, try to prolong their careers as much as possible as well.
Yeah.
So well, I mean, we'll see this year. Whew. Yes, I think who played yesterday? The Clippers. The Clippers played last night, so the NBA is slowly coming back.
Is Kawhi playing?
Slowly. No, he ain't gonna play till like opening night. I don't think he's gonna play. I wouldn't play.
Okay.
But I mean, he should play at least a few games, get that rust off him a little bit. Game speed and practice is two different things.
When you speak of Russ, like is Paul George playing?
Oh, he has to play too. They all gotta play. They all need to play. Honestly, I don't see
I
why.
know I heard that Jaren Jackson Jr. had foot
He's hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's hurt.
He won't start the season. He did show up for picture day though.
Well, I mean, everyone, I will hope picture date ain't that bad. All you gotta do is just put on the jersey and call it a day.
Interesting.
I still can't, man. We'll see though. This season's gonna be in May. It's gonna be a good season. This is probably going to be the best season in a long time.
I think so. You see me looking to my right. Kansas City just scored. They're up 20-3 on Tampa Bay. 21-3 on Tampa Bay.
I know that's not looking good for the home. That's not looking good for the home team.
It's all good.
Because we play them next week, and I ain't trying to see that. They scored 46 seconds into the game already. Like, what is wrong with them?
I know the Raiders got a win today.
Man, I was shaking. I was still nervous throughout the whole thing. I'm just happy we won. Finally get that first W out the way. Now we gotta stack them, but it's hard to stack them when you play KC next week on Monday night. So I'm worried.
You gotta believe in your team. I just believe.
I'll tell you like this: if we win next week, we're back in the division.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be right back in the division, right back in the thick of things. That's why the NFL season's crazy. You could start 5-0 and then end up losing 7 games after that and be off the playoffs. And everybody, you're just gonna be an afterthought.
That's why when you start out 0-4, I don't think any team started out 0-4 made the playoffs.
Well, let me just break down since week 4 is basically done. Let me show you. So Dolphins is 3-1. The Bills is 3-1. Who else? Oh damn. Cleveland's 2-2. There's really no team in the AFC that's like
What
It's
about
Philly. Philly's
Philly?
the team.
Yeah,
Philly's the
Philly.
team.
They have a strong defense. Quarterback players is good. Running back play is good. They have excellent wide receivers. They're showing themselves to be legit. What about
They
you want to talk about Carolina? You want to talk about Baker Mayfield?
they were booing him out the field. That sucks. He can't catch a break.
Really, he's playing more. Let me just give you some stats. Let me hit you with some stats. 22 or 36. And they only ran the ball 13 times. As
You
a
got you gotta
team.
you gotta
As
run
a
the ball.
team. That's what Baker's dozen, man. He went
You
22 36, 197 yards, 5.5 a complete. No, 5.5 average. One touchdown, 2 interceptions. 61.9% player rating. Or 61.9 quarterback rating.
gotta run the ball, man. I mean, it sucks too because he has he has CMC, so I don't know why he's struggling. Sometimes
Because you don't know why he's struggling. You don't know why he's struggling.
I don't know why he's struggling like that.
CMC, who I guess they named him that Run DMC or something.
I don't know. That's just his initials. I don't call
CMC ran the ball 8 times for 27 yards. That's why they're struggling. You know, if this young man plays against a real defense, he's not running the football.
Nope.
You know this.
You gotta run the ball,
He's
but
probably still hurt. He's probably still got an injury or something. He's probably still something going on.
but you gotta run the ball though. Like that's why we won today is because we ran the ball. We had to run the ball. Like if you're a one dimension team, it's easy to stop you because all they're gonna do is just play zone or
See, the question is with the Raiders, when's the next time Jacobs is going to run like that?
Man, they gotta do it. We have to. That's the only way we're gonna establish everything else. It's crazy. It's just crazy to me how I was like, man, they better not try to be fancy with it. Just run the ball down their throat, and then whatever happens, happens. Because they at one point didn't even want to They didn't even want to run the ball. They were trying to throw the whole time. I was like, you guys are tripping.
Yeah, if I don't believe in Jacobs, anything might happen. Liam's card says, I need y'all's thoughts on the Wizards or the Commanders.
Oh man, I know they got blown out, right? The Commanders lost.
Why does he call them the Wizards?
Oh, he's probably a Washington fan overall.
Wizards got blown out, or the Commanders got blown out. Let me look at
They got blown out.
25-10. Carson Wentz, 170 yards, threw the ball 42 times, man.
42 times, and then
170 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 56.7%, 56.7 rating. They can't run the ball.
Oh, the game was close. They're down by 5 going to the 4th, and then they just bloop.
But they got to realize Cowboys are playing with a backup quarterback.
This is their time for that division to go after it. Honestly, that's why it's so important that the Eagles play so well, so that way they're able to when Dak does decide to come back, they have a good cushion on them, so that way they can have a little slip up here and there. But you gotta take advantage of the opportunity. I mean, look at that whole division's 3. Like the Dallas is 3-1. The Giants is 3-1. Only team that sucks is Washington, and everybody and Eagles are 4-0. So that division, man, that's gonna be a tough division to win this year.
It is.
Wow.
So Liam said Rui is gonna have a breakout year.
Should I hope so?
We'll see.
It's hard because you got Kuzma there, you got Kumingas, you got Porzingis. They got all these bigs over there. It's hard to get any playing time when you have all those players over there.
Well, he's going into his 4th year.
It's 4th year already?
Yeah, man. Oh yeah.
That's
Bigger
crazy.
boy. Go the Clippers. Is Baker Boy a Clippers fan now? What is he saying?
I remember last year he was a Celtics fan, but I think things could change after. He could have his own. It's freedom. But last year he was going.
You can. I'm just trying to understand. Yeah, you can. That's like if I just said let's go Jacksonville. Somebody might ask a question like, FT, you digging Jacksonville? You want to talk about Jacksonville?
I thought they were gonna have a chance. They were up big, right? They were up by like 14, and then Philly just said, "Nope." Trevor Lawrence, man, he had a good 2 weeks. Now he just got back to reality for a
The
minute.
quarterback position is the toughest position to play. There are Hall of Fame quarterbacks that have had horrible weeks.
Yeah, but the quarterbacks is like 1 week you're good, and 1 week you're bad. It's just the flavor of the week. I mean, he had a decent stat line. I mean, 11-23, 174, 2 touchdowns and 1 pick. I mean, for what he has to throw to, I mean, I feel like that's still solid. I mean, your best receiver is probably Kristen Kurt, Evan Ingram, Marvin Jones.
Let's not talk. No, at this point in the season, we cannot start talking about the quality of his receivers.
Oh, why not? His quarter receivers are trash.
No. After all the hype associated with Trevor Lawrence, we can't start pulling back layers of the onion and start talking about, well, what kind of receivers does he have?
Oh, I'm the same. I'm the same.
The talk at the beginning of the season was he has a new offense coordinator. He has a new head coach.
He got new weapons to play with. Yeah.
He's good.
I still feel like, I mean, they still, I think they're in first place. So, I mean, they're tied with first. So, they got a chance.
That's not a good position. Sam Bay just scored. Mike Evans, 21-10. Don't think this game is over, people. Please don't think it's over.
I need Tampa Bay to win. So, let's go. Let's go. I'm trying to see a W.
Trader Grills, what's up, fellas? Hope you had a great weekend. Hope it's the same for you, Trader Grills. Always. Baker boy, evening to all. Too wonderful. Happy Sunday, gentlemen. Enjoying my day off with good football today.
Yes, today was a lot of good games today.
All-Star 2023, Salt Lake City, Utah. Any of you guys setting up at Del Mar? No, I won't be setting up, but I will be walking around.
I will be walking around. I'm going to be walking around Sunday.
I'll be there every day. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Trevor Lawrence will not stay in Jacksonville. Richard Perez, you think he's going to leave and go someplace else?
Where's he going to go?
You think he's going to get knocked out of the NFL in Jacksonville? Richard, break this down. Tell me what you're thinking here.
I don't know. If there's only one quarterback might not play anymore, and that's Tua. I don't think if I'm Tua, I'm not playing anymore. I'm not playing for that franchise anymore.
Oh, so if you were Tua, you wouldn't play for the Miami Dolphins anymore?
Nope.
Let me just ask you a question. Do you think that's what makes you first? Hold up. Let me take this comment down. What makes you make that statement?
What do you mean? Well, first his concussion. I don't think he went through the correct concussion protocol. To be honest, like.
Okay, there are 32 teams in the league, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think every player that's concussed goes through the correct protocol?
They should, and if not, the NFL needs to step in.
I'm just asking you though. Do you think 100% of the players that are concussed? Okay.
Nope. But this is a good example that the NFL needs because it could have been. You see, he was like this. Did you see it?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it could have been a lot worse. And the fact that he's okay now, but still, FD, man, like at that point, I feel like the franchise, the coaches, whoever is the decision, doesn't really care about me. They just care about the number instead of what I'm contributing to the field or in general, which isn't right.
Let me just step back. I want to say this the correct way, right? The NFL is about making money.
I agree. I understand. But still. Right.
You're a top draft pick. You're getting paid a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You have a brand new coach. I don't know if he's involved in this or not.
I hope not.
Think the way it should be set up is there's a line between front office, coaching staff, medical staff. Once a player is concussed, they are turned over to the medical staff. The medical staff then gives their complete physical evaluation. They run tests. They do all kinds of things to understand what's going on with this player. And they'll do it over duration of time. Tua went through tests right after the game. He went through tests, probably several different checks but he was definitely going through tests on that Tuesday, Wednesday. So I heard about this, did some research, knew something about it. So, but that line gets blurred. So is someone on one side talking to the other person and giving information and saying what their expectation is? Who knows if that happens? I think we would all be naive if we thought that right now I'm watching the Tampa Bay Bucks game. If Brady is not in this game, I'm pretty sure viewership is down. I'm pretty sure if Tua is not in the game, viewership is way down. Attendance may even be down. I know people who are like, "Oh, JD's not starting today. Man, I got tickets. I'm not even going to that game."
Well, Shania, if I'm paying, I'm going, FD.
Well,
Shit, I'll tell you that much.
I know people who do not do that.
I took a chance.
So is this is business here, and that's when the lines get blurred between the safety of a player. And I would think it's naive of people to think that this is an isolated situation. And I'm pretty sure there have been other players. Don't know this to be fact, but I do know the game of football who have been concussed and other things wrong with them, not just concussions. Someone who has broken a rib, gotten shot up, someone who has torn something, gotten shot up, someone who has a broken leg. They're out there on the field.
Whew.
And when people say, "Oh, the player, he wanted to play," this whole situation is bigger than that. The protocol is in place, so this is not left up to the player. The player is not making that decision.
They're definitely not making the decisions.
So I look at the Tua situation as almost something that was inevitable to happen because of the way certain things are probably set up. I feel for him. When I was sitting here that night, I was in shock. I was like,
I feel bad, man.
And it is the guy's 24 years old.
He hasn't even finished his first contract. Like, this might be his last contract, and he's done. You know, like, I don't know. That's just crazy to me.
Richard is saying that Trevor Lawrence will leave a free agency. Jacksonville may not be a big enough market. Trader Grills, if I'm a player on the Dolphins, I'm looking to get out. If they will do that to franchise QB, they would do it to you. But Trader, I still ask that same question. Before you saw that, did you think 100% of the players that need to go through safety protocol are going through safety protocol? And if their evaluation speaks of certain things, that they're definitely not playing next week. Is that what we all thought?
But that's when the NFL needs to. I feel like they have to have their own the team doctor, and then the NFL doctor has to be there, or a person to clear them, because that's.
Well, the person to clear him, the person who got fired. You heard about the fire. So the person who got fired is the person who's supposed to clear him.
And then just look at the Herbert situation, not Herbert situation. Him too, but the backup a few years ago. They made, what's his name? Taylor. Remember he had a pierce on his rib or something? They still made it. Like, the NFL is crazy to me. I just I don't even know.
Back in the day, Jack Youngblood played in the game with a broken leg. Right? Shit. Don't think that stuff is that culture. So what I'm talking about, everyone, I'm talking about culture. I'm talking about a culture. And we all have workplaces, done things, been on teams, this, that, and the other. It's a culture. How does the culture change? Is there a need for a culture change in the NFL?
Do they want to continue the game? Yeah. I mean,
okay, so are teams willing to give up a playoff spot or seed in the playoffs or an appearance in the Super Bowl because they care about people?
Man, that comes down to it, I guess. For me, shit, we made the playoffs last year, so I'm okay. But I'm just kidding. No, but for me, it's hard. I mean, like, at the end of the day,
so who's your backup quarterback with the Raiders?
I don't know. I mean, I should know this. I don't know the off top. I don't know off top, but
look it up right quick.
I don't know.
So if Carr went down, Jared Stidham is your backup. Jared Stidham. So if Carr went down, Carr was concussed, Jared Stidham takes over. Let's say Carr is still having some symptoms. 2, 3. Believe me, people, this can last. 2,
I mean,
3,
yeah.
4, 5 weeks later, Carr still can't go. Jason Stidham is your quarterback. Is every Raiders fan signing off on that?
I mean, right now, yeah, we have no choice. I mean, at the end of, I mean, the perfect example.
There are people out there that's like, where's Carr at?
Oh yeah, they'd be like, "Who cares? Make him play." But I mean, Ben Simmons is a perfect example last year with him not playing in the playoffs because he could have played, but he was thinking about his career. Remember, because he didn't want to play because of his back. I know it's two different sports.
Hold up, is that the real reason Ben Simmons wasn't playing?
I don't know, but I'm just gonna
That's
go.
okay. We don't even know. We don't know all the ins and outs.
I don't know, but what they're portraying is that it was his back, so that's why he didn't want to play.
Okay, but did he have off-season surgery?
No, that's why I'm saying he could have played.
He hasn't really talked about his back. Then this is what Shaq said. This is the same thing Shaq said on his podcast. He
could have played.
You haven't told anybody anything.
I know he could have played. That's a fact. But they got
Ben
swept.
Simmons. I still want to know why do people talk about Ben Simmons? I still don't even understand that.
I don't know. But
we just talked about Rui. He's averaged 11 and 13 points per game. It's 3-4 years in the league. Who's talking about Rui like they do Ben Simmons?
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't know about that.
I don't know, man. It's one of those. It's a conversations that everybody. It's a conversation that needs to be had. That way, they put more light into the situation because who knows? Maybe in a few weeks, maybe next week, somebody could get it, have a concussion, and have it 1,000 times worse than Tua. It's just a player safety at the end of the day.
You do know. Let's be clear, people. Let's talk for real. You do know the Raiders played today, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was probably 10 people concussed today.
Oh yeah, Hunter Renfrow hasn't even played. It's been like what 2 weeks.
Yeah, Hunter Renfrow got smashed, but there are people who were going through the motions, engaging in contact in that game that are concussed right now.
I'm sure. I'm 100%.
Are they going through protocol?
Unless they show symptoms. See, that's why it's so like if that's the case, then the NFL is going to do protocol every player.
So they have spotters. They have people that look for things, right? Not just what the player says or what the player does. So in the week before, when Tua got off the ground and he shook his head, like that's a symptom of you've been concussed.
Yeah.
You should go straight to protocol. They get over there, they ask you some questions. But I've seen this happen with other players I've played with. What's today's date? What's your name? Where are you from?
Shit,
what street did you grow up on? They ask you questions like that. If you can't answer that, what time of the day is it right now? Do you know who you're playing? You can't answer stuff like that. Something's going on. You got ringing in your ears. Your head hurts. Maybe you felt nauseous. These are just some things. There are many different things that go on. People can't go to sleep at night. People sleep too long when they go to sleep. Probably need to be monitored. There are many different things that happen. But I'm just letting you know, in an average game, there are many concussions in that game.
Oh, I believe it.
To the level of concussion, I'm not a medical person. I'm gonna be like ESPN. I'm not a medical person. But please don't think that people are walking away from the game and they were good today. Probably not.
No, I agree. But at the same time, do you think does Tua take some blame for it as well, though? Because if he wasn't right, do you think he was pressured to play, or is this like, you know what?
I don't know. This is what I talk about. This is why I go back to the culture. What's the culture of the game today? And this is bigger than just the Miami Dolphins. The people out there thinking it's just the Miami Dolphins. It's bigger than that.
No, I agree.
I see some comments. I see some good stuff here. Off to a nice 4-0 start on Sleeper. Thank you, Philly defense and Derrick Henry. That's funny. Baker, I'm a Kawhi Leonard fan, but Zion is my man. I hope both of them have a good year, Baker boy.
All of a sudden.
Hear new stuff from Baker boy. I don't know. Stop by my table and say hi. I definitely will. I'm gonna say hi to you at Delmar. I'll probably come over there and spend some time. Want to introduce you to my son too. Bring him by. Richard, we talked about this. He will leave from free agency. Trader, if I'm a player on the Dolphins, I'm leaving. Talked about that. Miami exploited a loophole where the doc can attribute the gross motor instability to something other than a concussion. So we all saw gross motor instability from Tua getting his head slammed.
But it's the beginning of the year. I can understand if it's like in the end of the year and it's a playoffs position. It's the beginning of the year.
Man, every game counts, bro.
I know, but
every game counts. Nobody is. This is the culture, man.
That's why it's hard. Let me look. Let me Google this. What's the average?
There are people out here with ankle sprains being pushed back. There are probably people with back spasms being pushed back, especially at the quarterback position. I mean, that's
oh my. You know what's the career average for an NFL player?
3.2 years or something.
Yeah. You're not even playing off your first contract. A career of an NBA.
That's why most guys are 26 years old. They walk away. They have problems for the rest of their life.
Like Andrew Luck and what's his boy's name?
Luck was taking a beating.
What's that guy's Megatron?
Yeah. Megatron, I think, walked away because he was probably the same as Barry Sanders. Very frustrated with the organization. I always used to joke that Matt Stafford put Megatron into retirement.
Well, you're a champion now.
Yeah, but
that's crazy to me.
I mean, Matt Stafford won't have another ring. He'll retire as a quarterback with one ring and won't be talked about. I mean, let's be for real. I hate to burst LA Rams bubbles out. The people may be like, man, he's ours. I'm just giving it to you like people are going to give it to him when he retires. He'll make the Hall of Fame, won't be a first ballot. I mean,
it's going to take him a minute.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, it's not happening. That's just the reality of it all. Imagine Tua taking another headshot this year. We all know that Steve Young and Troy Aikman retired because of concussions.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yes, sir. Yes. I mean, bad hits. Yes, sir. Art, agree with both your takes on Tua. If I'm him, I'm rethinking my career choice. I feel for the guy. You know, he had his hip dislocated. He's already got some things that's probably going to affect him years from now. No, but he was obviously messed up the week before. We all saw his stumble. But Trader, I'm just telling you. I'm gonna keep telling you all this. This happens in games that the camera's not right on the quarterback.
Yep.
There are linebackers out here who are messed up that try to stay on the field. There are people who are engaging people on a regular basis. I just saw a play of a college game where a guy takes a hit and you can tell that he's out. Hopefully he's not on the field next week. And believe me, I don't co-sign what has happened. I want to let everybody know that this is a cultural thing. I'm going to keep saying that. This is bigger than Tua got knocked out, and he was on the field, and they said it was a lower back or ankle. I immediately put it up on my Instagram when it happened. Like, this is not lower back or ankle. The next week he's out there. I actually tuned into the game. I was surprised he was starting again. I thought for sure this guy's not playing today. Still out there. So if the culture of the sport does not change, this is another example of stuff that people talk about. You'll see this again sometime. The culture has to change. Are teams willing to lose games? Now you're paying certain players so much money of your salary cap. It's not like you have probably a pretty decent backup. This is there's no Jeff Hostetler's running around the NFL today. And this is a little history note. Phil Simms gets hurt. Giants are going to the Super Bowl. Jeff Hostetler starts. There's no Steve Young. Steve Young was on the bench behind Joe Montana for years. They don't pay people like that anymore. So you have a starting quarterback. You have a backup. That person's ability drops way off.
There's a huge gap.
Huge
but
gap.
Do you think it's important?
What's that?
Sorry, but do you think it's important that the NFL needs a player like, I don't know, LeBron or somebody to stand up for them? I know LeBron's not a good person to bring up, but somebody that has power like that in the league.
But there are many players with power like that in the league.
Compared to like who's in the NFL that has that amount of power that LeBron has in the NFL? I can't. I
There are
couldn't
many
think.
players. What do you mean? There are
Like
many
who?
players. There are people playing right now tonight.
But has the power to like make something like change like LeBron does.
My man, there Mahomes is playing tonight.
I don't think Mahomes changes the
That's
what.
because what have you heard Mahomes speak up on?
That's what I'm saying. But do
That
you
doesn't
think the
mean
NFL needs that?
that doesn't mean he doesn't have the power.
But you think he
Tom
has the
Brady,
voice?
like, what?
I think Tom Brady is the closest person to do that. That's able to like put more
Well,
light
I
into
think
a
you have a lot
situation.
of players. You just don't have that personality. You don't have people saying.
But do you think the NFL needs
You know,
somebody like?
people talk about LeBron speaking up. I can't even get into that conversation.
I know, but not in the LeBron way, but in a way to protect their players in a sense. Do you think they should have somebody like that? Or
But do you think a player needs to speak up to protect players?
I don't know. Some people got that type of juice that where they could say something, they won't get fined.
Wouldn't that be a backward situation?
I
That
guess.
a player has to speak up on a medical situation to protect other
I mean,
players?
put more like if something would have happened in the NBA, LeBron and then would have brought it up. Somebody would have brought it up, and it would have been a bigger deal. I'm just saying, like, I feel like the NFL doesn't have that player that has that same impact LeBron does in the NBA.
I think we just think differently about LeBron's impact. I don't know what LeBron James. I'm just asking you, what does he change in the NBA?
LeBron.
What did you spoke up on that you saw the dial turn? What was that?
Shoot, there's a few things he brought up. I mean, I think
like what? Give me two, one.
The best one will be load management. Look what he did. He started taking games out, and look, everybody
say that. Oh, but players have Jordan never played fourth quarters, man.
I know, but I mean, just the impact.
There's a term that came about. People haven't been playing the full game for a long time. That's not
I know. But you don't think the NFL needs somebody like that? Not LeBron. Not LeBron.
I think if players need players to speak up, this is why we have a problem. This is the culture I'm talking about. We don't need a player to speak up to be like, you know what happened to Tua is messed up. I don't think any player needs to say that.
I just think the NFL. You're right though, because the NFL is a lot more physical and tougher than the NBA players are. It's not even close.
Yeah, LeBron James is just not. I can't even get deep into that. I can say a lot right now.
I'm just saying some players need some people, like Tua could have been protected if somebody said something, but I don't know, man. It's just crazy to me that.
Are you telling me if Tom Brady spoke up, Tua's good?
I think it would be shed more light to it. Yeah, I think.
I don't think.
But I don't think Tom Brady will say anything. Tom Brady's like, well, he ain't gonna go out of his way. He's not gonna go out of his way and be like, well, blah blah blah.
Who else do you think? Okay, so you mentioned LeBron James. Who else do you think is speaking up and saying something for players?
But if I name this player, you're gonna laugh. So I'm not gonna even name it. I can name like
Kyrie Irving?
No, Chris Paul. I mean, Kyrie, in a sense, yes, he's in his own little weird way. Chris Paul speaks up.
Well, Chris Paul, didn't he have a position?
Yeah, he's a players' union. He was a president.
Yeah, that's why he was speaking. Yeah, that's.
I'm just saying that I just feel like this whole situation. I'm just saying, FD, you got a concussion on Sunday afternoon, and I mean Sunday, like 4 p.m. 3 days later, you're able to play.
Yeah, but what can a guy who's not in the state, who's never been a part of your organization, what can that person say? What's going to happen there?
Don't play shit. I mean, that's the only thing I could do. Tell him. I'm just thinking worst case next time for somebody else. I'm just thinking worst case, and then what?
But you think if the culture doesn't change, you think this is not going to happen again?
Yeah, but if it changes, then the NFL is going to be labeled soft. Like, I think that's what's
I'm
going to
still
happen.
going to ask the question: are people out there who are fans of their team ready for their team to lose games, possibly?
Probably not.
My answer is yes.
You think
If
so?
Fields for the Bears or somebody significant on the team got hurt and we lost a bunch of games and maybe we didn't go to the playoffs, or maybe now we don't get a certain draft pick, or because there's a domino effect. So then maybe now we don't go to the Super Bowl when it was our year to go to the Super Bowl.
I mean, I had that happen.
Am I okay with that? I am. Our fans, those who buy tickets, I know people say the right thing,
Yeah.
but dollars speak. So are people ready for their team to not be as successful as they could if we went through the right protocols? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I guess. I don't
For
know
me,
that.
my answer is yes. You could wipe this whole season away. It is what it is. As long as that guy's not on the field, week after week, if someone's actually listening and taking account of his medical needs, I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too.
But that means we shouldn't be probably certain things shouldn't happen. We're talking about brains right now, but we're talking about backs and things that may disable players. We talked about helmets before, but things that may have long-term effects on players should be taken into consideration. I know if you talk to any vet of any team that's played probably in college or pro, people are not allowed to heal. There's no healing. It's a common statement that's made. There's no healing during the season.
Mm.
That's a part of their culture. So will
Yeah.
Tua play again this year? I don't know. Will he play next year? I don't know.
He said he's okay, so he might play. Well, they don't play till next week.
That's the thing. He came to the press conference and I'm good.
Man, but I feel like he had. I don't know, man. That's shoot. If he plays next week, I'll be shocked. I honestly will be shocked if he plays next week. But if he clears,
Miami is cooked.
Man, they look so good too. They look really what they look like a good team this year. But
Chris said invest in Jerry Stidham. No, he's back.
I guess we'll see. The way I'm surprised.
Let's see how really good the coach of New England is now that Brady and Mac Jones are out.
Oh, they almost won the game.
They did.
They almost won the game today.
Yeah, but you got a third string quarterback, man. That's right.
I'll be looking at the Packers. What's going on here?
Yeah, Pat's almost pulled that one out today with a third string quarterback. Zach, what's up, man? Who you been picking up lately? I got something here I want to show people. Yesterday, G and I rode to the comic book store. And we picked up this Punisher 1 that came out in May of 2022, variant cover, signed by Jerry Conway, who was one of two creators of the Punisher character. See if I can see that.
It was a 9.82. Damn.
Yeah, it's a nice. It just looks like these books, man. When they get in here, they just look like a piece of artwork. I mean, they really are, but this thing is fabulous. Yeah. Hey, Zach, let me know what you've been picking up. Let me know what's going down. Dolphins staff members need lifetime bans.
Yeah, good luck.
I just hope when things happen, people look at it in a silo. Let's talk about culture. Anybody ever play the sport? High school, college, anything like that? And your coach was pushing you to play? And you're saying, Coach, I think I'm still hurt. I want somebody to chime in. Has anybody been in that situation? I have. I can put my hand up. I've been in that situation.
Damn.
Yeah, he's like, I think if we double tape you, I sprained the ankle really bad.
Oh,
I think if we double tape you, you're good.
And at that age, you don't even know like what's the best what's the best thing to do? Because you're in the game, you're getting pressured by everybody to play, but realistically, you don't even know. You're not even thinking long term or even after a game what could possibly happen. You have all these things going through your mind, and one thing is you're probably a competitor. You're gonna want to play no matter what.
Just saying, and I know there are other stories. Too wonderful. The NFL has the NFLPA to advocate for certain changes, but who knows what actually goes on in these meetings? Who does know? LeBron advocated for Hillary Clinton. Vintage sports cards. NFL players need a union with a backbone. Because everyone knows, right? The commissioner is employed by the owners. Does everyone know that? We're talking about basketball, football. Everybody know that? J.J. Watt played today after going into AFib on Wednesday. What are people's thoughts on that? I haven't heard too much on that. I posted something about it on my Instagram. What are people's thoughts on that?
He wanted to get his heart. He wanted to get his heart rhythm back to normal. That's crazy. I guess
some people think, man, that's a warrior, man. That's a warrior's way.
It probably is. Shit.
You
don't think it is? I don't know. I had never had one of that.
If we talking about mindsets, we're talking about culture. Is it? Is that the warrior's way?
True. It could have been a lot worse if the procedure didn't go through, right?
Too wonderful. I played with a broken collarbone my freshman in high school. They just snapped it into place so I can finish out the game. Didn't play the next month, though. Why did you finish the game? Too wonderful.
Man, that shit hurt. Ow.
But why did you finish the game, though?
That hurt me. My back hurts. I need to crack my neck now after reading that.
Trader Europe, that's true, but I like to think I'm smarter now than I was at 16 and 24. But I'll probably play. I played in high school with several singers. Wow.
Stinger.
Big John, break it down. Why did you play? Why didn't you just say, hey, man, you know what? I got to go into that.
When the details take precedence.
And another thing that was going on when I played, right? I was taught to block and engage with the triangle. You know what the triangle is, JD?
The what?
The triangle.
What is that?
The upper part of my helmet, right above the face mask, and both of my hands.
That's what they want you to do. Hit him with that, like lead it to him.
So if I'm pulling or if I'm engaging you off the line, my head was involved. I was taught to get my head in there, get up in there close, and engage with the head.
That's wild.
So how many people you think doing that in NFL and college football across America suffered a concussion?
Shit, that probably hurt. I'm hearing the hits today, and that shit, and it hurt. It sounded like it hurt. Ow.
FD, I was playing tight end on varsity, and the backup was also the kicker. LOL plus. I healed faster back then.
We all did. Tell you that much.
At that age, love of the game. Didn't know any better. Yeah. So I'm hearing people. We're feeling parts of this.
I just think it's crazy. I'm just saying, if Tua didn't come, if Tua came out, or they picked him up in a stretcher, right? If he wasn't able to move,
that's a part of the protocol.
I know, but I'm just saying, that's just crazy. Because after what happens after he can't play anymore? I mean, that's it. He probably get his few millions, but he's not gonna be able to walk the same.
Trader Grips, I just had some X-rays, and they asked me when I fractured my shoulder. They said it had healed up nice. Must have happened in high school or college. Didn't even know it. I believe that.
That's wild. Maybe because I play basketball, so it's different. It's different.
The same stuff happens in basketball, JD.
But I'm not breaking. What's the chances of me breaking my collarbone is very low compared to playing the NFL. Because NBA, only thing, most of the time their injuries are coming from the waist down. Most like 100.
Yeah, you got lower extremity. You got lower extremity.
NFL, everything's gonna hurt. Your arm, your neck, your head.
But you remember back? Let's go back in time. Let's go back in time. Remember when KD had a strained calf
Oh yeah.
in the finals? Let's go back in time.
Oh, and then
Remember
he
he,
played.
remember
Oh
he came out and tore his Achilles?
man.
Do you remember this?
Yeah, I didn't want him to play.
Basketball example.
I didn't want him to play though.
Somebody did.
They needed him too, though. That's the thing. Like I'm
Did they
sure.
though? Did they though? Could we have said, you know what? I'm a Golden State fan. My team is not going to win this year because KD's hurt. Let's think about how good KD is right now.
I'm gonna tell you like this, F. When he played though, woo, that boy was cooking the first 5-10 minutes of that game. But then he got hurt, and then the domino effect. It just wasn't their year. And after that, Clay got hurt, and Clay tried to play with a torn ACL. You seen him trying to run him down the court.
KD wanted to play, but were there some protocols in place?
Man, that
Does
thing has been a
KD make
lot
the
worse.
call? Does KD make the call on that? And if he does, what's happening in the NBA?
Well, what's it? Bob Myers was crying, so I'm sure they probably pressured him to play.
I'm just asking questions, and I think people are understanding what I'm saying.
But are you gonna be? You think Steph and them looking at him like Draymond's looking at him like, damn, he's a punk, and Draymond would probably would have called him the B word, like, yo, you got to play
because he tore his Achilles, or because he didn't want to play because he had tore Achilles. I played with a guy in college who got vertigo. You ever know somebody with vertigo?
Oh my god, yeah, people at work still got vertigo.
He was throwing up for probably a week. He couldn't walk straight. He surely couldn't run. They would do a drill after so many days. They would do a drill on the sideline, just have him run the sideline. He couldn't do that. He couldn't stay on the line. He woke up like this. Is that guy playing?
It's hard. Because, I mean, what a doctor going to tell you? No, you can't play. And then you end up playing. Who has the final say of this, though? That's what I want to know. Who has the final say if they can play or not?
I would think medical staff. Too wonderful. The worst injury I've ever had was throwing out my back at a warehouse job some moons ago. Didn't call in or miss any work. Just some strong Tylenol, soaking in the tub for a few hours. Mm-hmm.
Some people just built like that. Kobe, they got to. This is how much pain can you take, and how desperate are you at the time in the situation? Like, do you really need to play? Like, is my legacy gonna get tainted because of this?
Everything you're talking about right now is the culture that I'm talking about. Because if the person's medical needs are put high, if they're number one on the list all the time, everything else doesn't matter. But I don't think anybody can say that that's the case night in and night out. Brady's playing well right now. Just so everybody knows.
They're still losing. This all need them to play.
Okay, all good. Right now, we're got chemistry right. It doesn't really matter. It's 28-17. I don't think it really matters right now if Tampa Bay wins this game. It's about getting your chemistry right. Mike Evans is back. They're going to get some other pieces back. How close can they stay to Kansas City is the important thing right now. This number 10 guy is getting it. Who is number 10?
It don't matter anyway, because last time Kansas City played, they had a regular season game like this, a few years ago. The Kansas City won handily, and guess what happened in the Super Bowl?
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter, man. This is my point. It doesn't matter. But right now, you want to make sure as a team, Kansas City is a pretty decent team, that you're playing competitive with them. You can look at film later and see something. But the ins and outs of who wins this game, I don't know.
We gotta play. We gotta play next week. We gotta play them. So it ain't even a thing. We gotta come out looking strong.
Too wonderful. Professional athletes are very fortunate to have those medical staffs.
Oh, of course. It's not even close.
Have to pay for medical insurance, and we know how pricey that is. Baker boy, our Warriors going to the White House. Now Biden is there.
I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't.
Hold on. the Warriors went to the White House, no?
I don't
Did
think
they go anywhere after they won a championship? Maybe they didn't.
No, they haven't gone yet. They're probably gonna go next during the year. They just won like a few years ago. I mean, a few years ago. They just won like a few months ago.
Yeah, Baker Boy, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. You all see that AB news? Or did you? I was already discussing. What happened with AB? Let me check it out.
Oh, he was wild, and he was overseas running around naked. I haven't seen videos of it, but I heard that he was running around naked, showing his thing, twerking in front of women.
Oh, viral naked pool video service. I
Yeah,
didn't know about this.
he
Hero
was
3
twerking.
responds to disturbing video. So you, I mean, since we're talking about concussions, and I don't know what leads to what here, so I can't make that that statement. But you do know the hit that AB took.
Well, against the Steelers that
You
year.
are aware of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, he was playing for the Steelers.
I mean, I'm sorry, when he played against the Bengals.
Yes, you are aware of this.
Mm-hmm.
AB, I've watched a lot of AB. To me, AB has been different since that hit.
Yeah, I think he's just I guess, yeah. He's a little crazy, FD.
Well, see, I'm just gonna say this, JD. If I took you outside and what was the name? What was the guy's name? Burflat? Who's the guy that hit him?
Montrez or Vert, I don't know.
If I hit you like that guy, your life is different, JD.
Yeah. It's totally different for real. I don't know what they did. I don't know what happened to AB after that.
So different than when Warren Sapp grabbed Jerry Rice and tore his knee up. Jerry Rice's career was different.
He tore his knee up?
Yeah.
What was this?
See this one? JD, you know how Jerry Rice's career basically ended? He's catching the ball across the middle. Warren Sapp grabs him up a part of his shoulder pass, pulls him backwards. Jerry Rice tears his knee up.
Was he with the Raiders? Or was he with the Niners at the time?
I think he was still with the Niners. I want to say he was with the Niners.
Because he finished his career with us, in a sense. Because he played well with us.
He finished his career with Seattle, right?
Oh, okay. But I forgot he played with Seattle.
That was a small amount of time. But my point is when you have and it's for all of us. I mean, if we have a catastrophic injury, our life changes.
Yeah, you get trauma. How big do you believe in mental health?
Oh, it's huge. And then if you're on the field and you're taking blunt,
not in sports, just in like regular humans.
It's huge.
Okay.
Man. Everybody walking around, it's huge.
Okay, I was gonna say because a lot of in the beginning I was like, man, mental health was like y'all crazy, and then when you start meeting different people, see what they go through, you're just like, wow, like,
yeah,
it's a different discussion. Because I've always, for me, like, man, if I'm having a bad day, you just gotta shake it off. But some people take it, go those bad days turn to bad weeks, bad months, bad years. But I don't know, it's just crazy. I just think mental health is crazy to me. Like people really be going through stuff mentally, and it's just crazy to how it's hard to shake it off.
Yeah, I feel for AB. I didn't know anything about this Hero 3.
Well, if it makes you feel good, I'm about to buy it. I'm gonna try to win this Kaminga right now.
What card is it?
I'm just trying to see where the market is, so I don't overbid. The Prism, the little Prism.
You're a Kaminga fan?
Why not? That's Kawhi 2.0. Look, this I don't.
What you say?
Kawhi 2.0. I mean, his auto sucks. His auto sucks.
Well, he used to find his full name. He just.
I know, but this boy literally put a JK.
But you're not really comparing him to Kawhi.
What do you mean? He is Kawhi. He plays. He could be like Kawhi. They have the same game. Well, I don't know the same game, but like
I don't know if they have the same game. I don't know if
I'm gonna see if I can pick up this Kaminga. I'm trying to.
Is that like
Uh,
is that a silver prism?
no, it's just a regular. I mean, I was gonna buy a Scotty Barnes Hollow, optic today, but I was just looking at it. I was like, man, I don't know if it's a good buy because it's not gradable, and the market fluctuates on it. So he was offering me a good deal because it was that one and a Jason Tatum optic rookie rated for $60. I was like, I don't know. I feel like that's still too high for both of them. And then after I
Hold on,
decided I
you
was
gonna
gonna
get
go
both for 60 or both for 120?
both for 60.
Hmm.
So at the time, I was like, man, that's still kind of too high for me. Like, because the market jumps, so I can't, and it's not gradable. So at the same time, it's really hard for me to even. It's not. I don't see the benefits of it. And
Why
then when I
why
decided,
wasn't it gradable?
there's dimples on it. There's I
Yeah.
couldn't really tell. Yeah, the dimples. The dimple alone is already gonna drop it to a 9 or an 8. So I was like, no, there's no point. And then when I decided, I was like, you know what, the NBA season's coming up. There's gonna be some, it might be a good move long term. And then the guy left. So more of the story is don't be cheap and just you gotta take risks sometimes. Because I feel like the Tatum is gonna pay off, but I just don't know how I feel about Scotty Barnes. Honestly,
He's
I
a good defensive player, and he's offensively he can score some points. I think he averaged what did he average last year? 17 points.
I think he could do it all. I think
Yeah,
that's what
I
they.
think Scottie Barnes is a solid young player.
But you think he's gonna turn into a star?
No one knows that.
I know who is though. Mr. JK. Mr. JK is gonna turn into a star.
Kaminga has a lot of work to do in his game, though.
Oh,
He,
the
no,
same reason.
he started playing basketball late in his life.
Yeah, but the the raw ability is there. If there's the same reason you honestly the same logic you have for
No,
Wiseman,
no,
you could no
no.
besides
Two
not the
totally different. Nope, two totally
no
different players.
no, but the
Two totally
same
different stages of where they're at.
no, but the same like accomplishment and where they could be decent, like a good player. You could throw that for Poole, Kaminga, and possibly
No,
Moody too.
I don't see Kuminga being a scorer like that. I think he's going to be a defensive player. I think he's going to be the next defensive stopper on that team.
But I think he could score at a high
Yeah,
clip
he can
too.
score, but I don't think that's going to be his game. His game is going to be to step out and shut people down.
No, but
His
with the
length,
Warriors,
his height.
I think he gonna get some. I think he's gonna get some buckets with the Warriors. Because
I just don't see. Is he going to average 25 points a game? I don't see that.
I
I don't
say a
think he
good
ever
20.
needs to. I don't think he
I
ever
say
needs to.
who?
Kuminga. I don't think he ever needs to do that.
Oh man, but well, I would take my chances with Kaminga.
Yeah,
I'll just
he's a solid player, but I'm just saying he's a different type of player. Even in the summer league, he was still working on his jump shot. Like he's working on himself. But what I like about him is that he's actually working on himself.
that's what I'm saying. I think
Kuminga went over into the championships that Luka was in. He was playing with his home country. He's working on himself.
he might be he might make I mean, as long as he's with the Warriors, the next 4 years from now, that market, all those Kaminga, Poole, Moody, Wiseman, their market's gonna be up just because how relevant they're gonna be in the next few
You
years.
know Kuminga's market right now. Like I see some well priced Kuminga stuff.
Yeah, I got one for I got this for like 120, 125. So
Yeah, it's a good card.
I'm just gonna grade the auto. I mean, I gotta look at it first. I gotta look at it first.
I think
I
what
got
they're going to try to do, and they started talking about this during the game in Japan. I think they're going to have a 1-2 team,
a what?
A-B team. They're going to have a starting group, and they're going to have a backup group. And that's how they're going to wear people out. And I think all 10 people, or 12 people, whoever's involved in that rotation, are going to be fully dialed in to that philosophy. So you're going to have people sacrificing themselves, sacrificing the points that they score, how many rebounds they grab. How are you playing when you're in the game is going to be the key. So, all these people. I think Poole is going to be splitting some time. He's probably going to be playing some point and letting Steph roam as a two guard. It's going to be a fascinating team to watch Because no matter who gets hurt, there's somebody really to step up and replace them. Moses Moody is a player that people are not talking about. That's a phenomenal player and will prove himself to be. And is also strong shooting the three and on the defensive end.
I just think the Warriors are a good team to invest in the next 3 years. I just think they're set.
JD, nobody talked about this right before the finals started, baby.
I know. And then I'm looking to buy this too. Mr. Max Crosby. I don't know. I don't really like the
Who's Max Crosby? Defensive end?
Huh?
Defensive end, right?
Yeah, it's gold. I don't really like buying
the guy this is the player with the tats on his arms?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
all
nice
pro.
He's nice.
I don't know how to. I don't really like investing into like defensive players because they don't get love, but it's hard. But as a Raider fan,
you just don't know how long they're going to play.
That's the problem. Because I mean, it's gold. You can never go wrong with gold. But
how many years, Max Crosby? How many years has he been playing?
Third or fourth year.
I love this story. You know a story, right?
Yeah, he was a alcoholic.
Yeah.
I mean,
him and Waller. They say him and Waller are pretty close. Yeah. Yeah, he's in his fourth season.
Because I see a lot of people. Ryan, he collects a lot of like Ohio State players. I'm like, man, I should collect some of my favorite football, one of my team's players. So we'll see how it goes. Because it's cool to have stuff like this. But at the same, man, the hardest thing is just offloading all these cards. It's crazy because after I got the submission, it's cool when you get the submission back, right? It's cool you get all these cards back. It's just, what's the game plan after that? Like, how long do you want to hold it, or like, how are you going to move it, and then are you going to get the price that you got it? You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that come to it when you get your cards back graded.
So when you get cards and you submit them and you get them back, are you looking to sell a certain amount?
Look at this. This is all from. No, I mean, for me, like especially the Star Wars set, I think this is just for my kids. Like, I'm just gonna hold it for them. I'm just gonna hold. I mean, because they both love them. Well, the older one loves the Mandalorian, so I don't know. We'll see how that goes. So I don't care. I really don't care about this. Like, I'm just gonna put it away in a secret safe, and then whatever happens, happens. Because it's the first year of the Mandalorian dropping its card, so we'll see how that goes. But I don't know. It's weird because if you don't buy stuff that are not liquid or people are not going to buy, you're going to be stuck with it. And then now you're going to be thinking, like, how am I going to move this certain card?
But things change because people were thinking that about Aaron Judge.
Oh, Aaron Judge. Whew, that's crazy, huh? No.
So when we started the channel, man, we used to go out. You see a lot of Aaron Judge.
I sold
low price.
I sold all my Aaron. I had every Aaron Judge card possible. I was like, man, I'm getting rid of this. And then what do you know? Because I love the Yankees, but Aaron Judge is not my guy. Like, he's not. I don't love Aaron Judge like that. If that makes sense. Like, he's not.
We were finding stuff in dollar bins, man.
Yeah, but yeah, his stuff, and then the stuff that sells for him is his Chrome. That's what sells. His Chrome's is overpriced.
I think it's a good spot.
Yeah, it's Chrome.
Just really low.
This is interesting. Those are the ebbs and flows off of certain things you just don't know.
It's crazy.
You just don't know. So let's jump into some more. That game made me a Juju Smith-Schuster fan. Are you talking about the game where AB got hit? Hero 3, Junior Seau was doing a lot of weird things toward the end as well. Well, there have been tests done on Junior Seau's brain. I mean, there's a lot there. Mental health or mental awareness? ? Some folks, not everyone, use the term mental health as an excuse.
I didn't believe in depression.
Say about me, like, I'm not here to debate mental health. The umbrella is important to me.
It's a big umbrella.
I can't debate if someone is using that as an excuse or faking, or I'm not walking in their shoes. Smoothness 1000. Who takes their equipment off in the middle of a game and wasn't even ejected? That's irrational behavior. Please go back and look at the hit that AB took while I would just ask anybody to do that before you judge AB. You go back and look at the hit he took. Ask yourself if you took that hit, would your life change? Would you have some irrational behavior going on? One of the worst hits I've ever seen. From the bench, JD said that you looking happy tonight. Man.
I mean, we 1-3. Ain't nothing to be happy about, but I mean, we got the first W, so you know, Raider Nation, let's ride.
Is that a term? Raider Nation, let's ride.
I took it from Russell Wilson. Let's ride. Come on, F Dizzle. Let's ride. That's man. We just gotta beat Kansas City.
So who you think? Let's switch gears here. Let's talk about NBA. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is going to be relevant? Let's say, like, who? When I look at the Sixers, I look at Brooklyn, I look at Miami, I look at Milwaukee. Those are the teams that come to mind when I start thinking about the East.
What do they play? Oh, they play tomorrow. Oh, they ain't first. They play tomorrow, actually.
Who plays tomorrow? Brooklyn?
Yeah, Brooklyn plays tomorrow.
Oh, that'd be interesting to see.
They played. It's weird because the NBA is different. Like they're gonna play Philly tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know, man. The more I see Scotty Barnes, the more I'm like intrigued by him. But we'll see. I don't know yet.
He's in Toronto, though, right?
Huh?
He's in Toronto, right?
Yeah, he's in Toronto. I mean, Toronto got a good Toronto probably has like a good team going into it, but I just don't know. I honestly
I'm really surprised. I'm gonna tell you what I'm surprised about. I'm surprised you're not talking about Jalen Green.
Oh no! Stop!
I'm shocked. I'm shocked that I say, "Hey man, who you thinking about?" You're like, "Man, hey man, Jalen Green." Man.
Stop, FD. Stop bringing that name up, man. You're gonna pump him.
Jalen Green's a real deal. Man.
Stop, FD. Stop bringing him up. I'm buying him little by little. FD, I'm gonna tell you like this. FD, I'm gonna tell you like this. If the prices go up, I'm blaming you. FD start talking about
it. There are many other people talking about this person.
Well, I don't like to really only a few people I like to talk about when we talk about like buying, and I don't like bringing up my sneaky links. I don't like bringing those up because But yeah, Jalen Green's my guy, and I'm gonna stay to it. I think he's got next year. If they make a push this year, man, watch out.
This is how I'm gonna watch Jalen Green. I'm gonna watch every game I can of the Houston Rockets.
Well, you should.
Every game.
They got a good team. They really got a good team.
I stayed up last night. The Golden State Warriors game came on at 11 here. 1 p.m. Eastern. I stayed up and watched most of the whole game.
What? No, wasn't it in the morning? I thought it was in the morning.
No, sorry, at 1 p.m. Eastern, 11 o'clock our time.
Oh, you watched it? I didn't. I woke up and they were showing highlights. Oh, that's when I sent it to you. It was like when they posted, it was like 3 minutes. Oh, let me send it to Dizzle and you're awake. I was like, damn.
Yeah, man, I'm up prospecting, bro. Oh,
I really want to buy De'Aaron Fox. I really do, but I don't know yet.
Is that long term, short term? What do you think?
I don't know because he's supposed to be like it's weird because his career is like he's unique because of the way he plays, like super athletic, this and that.
Let me hit you with a weird stat. Fewest games to 20,000 yards passing. They just showed it on the game. Matthew Stafford, 71 games. Mahomes, 67. Can you believe that?
Mahomes came in a different era, though.
Yeah, but the way people talk about Mahomes, you think he'd have done that in 50 games.
He's just in a different era. He came in the era where the NFL is like pass happy. He's already set up with Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. I mean, but again, Matthew Stafford had one of the best receivers ever to play the game, so it balances out, I guess. But still,
sent that guy in the early retirement. Just think about Think about if Megatron was with Brady or Peyton Manning or any of these top quarterbacks. Think about that.
That's a different story.
He would have destroyed people.
Yeah.
JD, but some players' cars will move regardless. Smooth as
Yeah.
out.
That's what it is. It's called lookability. But at the same time, it's always good to have cars that nobody has. But at the same time, it's hard to move them because there's no market behind it or any reason to buy it. You know what I mean? Like, who's gonna buy Kevin Porter Jr. or Patrick Williams, Christian Wood, Michael Porter Jr.? Like, you're not gonna buy these players that are basically borderline prospecting as well, because it's hard. Like, if you put in $100 into like a Michael Porter Jr., the chance of you like moving that for a higher amount is gonna be harder because he's probably the third options on that team, right? Would you say
Yeah, we just got to see him healthy for a full season.
that's supposed to be KD 2.0? But I'm just saying, like, it's hard to like.
It's like KD 2.0. Never be that.
I'm just saying it's hard to move things. Like it.
You know,
Like,
Michael Porter Jr. is a post-up shooter. Right? Like he's gonna get over there. I'm gonna pass him the ball. He's gonna shoot.
well, that's his position, yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
it's
that's
so hard. Like, people are only gonna buy LeBron, Curry. What's that boy's name? Morant, Zion. Like, it's crazy to me how we talked about it last week, how we have like a top 10 players for the NBA cards wise, but there's so many more cards that are undervalued that people are not looking to buy. And if you think and then when you buy it and you think like, okay, yeah, I got me like a hidden gem, you take it to a show, people people are just gonna be like, oh, that's a cool card. No one has no interest in it because it's not the top 10 players that people are talking about.
Who's the kid in Houston? Is it Kevin Porter Jr.?
It's Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, Josh Christopher.
Yeah, but when you look at Kevin Porter Jr., what do you see?
I fell for the. I'll admit, I'll be the first one to admit I was a dummy. I fell for his. I fell for the shenanigan. I bought into it.
I never saw anything.
Yeah, I fell for it. So
I don't see it. He doesn't really play defense. Defense is always the barometer to me, and he's iffy on offense. It's like the given night.
that's what I'm saying. Like Larry Bird said, my way of playing defense is if I outscored another player I'm guarding. Like, at least do that. You know what I mean? At least Stephen Curry like outscores your.
Is that what Larry Bird said?
Yeah, you never heard that?
He didn't play like that. I think Larry Bird's just talking there. He didn't play like that. Larry Bird played pretty sound defense.
He said, my goal is if I could outscore the other player, that's good defense to me. I was like, damn.
Well, I think that's a modern player mindset. I really believe that. If you have 18 and I got 27, I had a better game than you. But net, I'm 9 up. Is what my mind thinks.
We'll see.
So
I'm gonna start.
But there's some players you could just name off some people, and I'll just tell you what I'm thinking about. When the name comes up, and I'm a firm believer too. There's only a small amount of people too. I mean, if you're looking for a card to grow in investment terms, there's only a small amount of people.
That's what I'm saying. There's not like, and it's a fact. And the fact that isn't those small amount of people is a top 10 in the card community. It's so hard to buy and sell if you're trying to sell cards. It's really hard. I really feel like it's really hard because if you don't have the right players, you're not going to move a lot.
But let me ask you this: if you're trying to buy and sell, why wouldn't you just focus on those players?
That's what because no, I agree, but I'm saying like some people want to be like, oh, people are already buying into this, like it's already oversaturated. Let me try to find the next big thing. You know, like people were buying Anthony Simmons last year. People were buying, I guess, John Morant. Like people are just trying to find that next big card, and then they get I wouldn't say they get screwed, but they're getting stuck with it because it didn't turn out how it was supposed to. Because it's really hard to like. I wouldn't buy what's his name, Donovan Mitchell or anything like that, or De'Aaron Fox. Like I'm hesitant. I think De'Aaron Fox is gonna have a great year, but is the hobby gonna go, welcome it in with open arms and people start buying De'Aaron Fox?
Let me tell you this. this is my barometer, right? When's the last Sacramento Kings player?
Well, I agree. I'm just throwing names out there. Like probably who could like RJ Barrett. Like who's gonna buy RJ Barrett? Who's gonna collect RJ Barrett right now?
He's already proven who he is not.
Now with Jalen Brunson being there, I think Jalen Brunson takes a lot.
Jalen Brunson can't put any life in RJ Barrett's career.
No, no. I'm saying he's taking it. If anything, I'm saying like he's gonna demand the ball more than RJ would. Because I'm just looking at the I'm looking at this article. One player on every team with something to prove. You got DeAndre Hunter, Malcolm Brogdon, Ben Simmons, PJ Washington, Patrick Williams, Mitchell, Marvin Bagley, James Wiseman. I'm just reading names: Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis. I don't know why they have Giannis up here. D'Angelo Russell, Zion, RJ, Jonathan Isaac, James Harden. All those players, and that's why I brought up De'Aaron Fox. But it's one of those things where, like, I don't know, it's hard. I feel like it's really hard now to move, like, to sell a good amount of cards and thinking you're gonna get a good amount of profit or a percentage back on it. Like,
I would love to see De'Aaron Fox leave Sacramento.
he has to leave. Like, there's no ends.
Yeah, he's
Like,
still a Kevin Garnett and stay in a small market.
he has to leave.
Oh,
He has to leave. It's not even. He has to leave. If he doesn't leave, he's gonna be stuck there, and he's gonna be like a Who was a player that was just stuck with a team that didn't do anything? I can't think of anybody.
You got back in the day. You have Mitch Richmond. There's like a few players.
Yeah,
you can
at least they made the All-Star team. He hasn't even made the All-Star team, or even in the discussion of making the All-Star team.
Let's check out De'Aaron Fox.
And I love De'Aaron Fox, but it's tough. F Dizzle, it's really tough. Like prospect, it's really hard to prospect with certain players because you would think they're supposed to be great, but reality is they're not, especially in this era.
Think about De'Aaron Fox has gotten caught up in. When you look at the Western Conference, he plays well, right? Who is he going to make the All-Star team over, though?
That's what I'm saying. He's in an era where, like, he's stuck. I mean,
when is his contract up with?
I think this year. I think he signed an extension or something. But I'm just saying, FD, like, come on now. I can name like 5 point guards off the top of my head that's better than him. That he's not making over in the All-Star team. Like, it's tough to make the All-Star team. Let alone, like, it's really hard to make, especially in the West with all those all those guards and then you got Damian Lillard coming back. Like, that basically takes up a spot. You already know who's gonna start. Curry's gonna start. That's a given.
Baker Boy asked the question: is this rolling with FD or rolling with JD? I don't know what that question means. What's that question mean?
He always trying to start something.
I don't know. Gabe, how are you doing today, FT and JD? Doing well, Gabe. Is it bad for the hobby that there's only 5 players that are desirable?
I think it's bad.
I think it's always been that way.
It's bad though. Like,
is it? I don't. From the bench, tell me a time that it wasn't like that.
I think it's bad because when we go to shows, we see the same players over and over again most of the time.
Yeah, but I've been collecting for a long time. When was there a time it wasn't like that?
No, I agree, but I'm just saying, like, I don't want to look at a table. I see Ja Morant, and then I walk down a few feet later, I see more Ja Morant, like, or anything. I like to see different things. That's why Burbank and Del Mar are so important to the community in LA, because you get variety of everything, a lot of different things.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
I mean,
not just me thinking that stuff.
It's crazy. Like, top 5 point guards. He's not going to make the All-Star team, FD. He's just not.
He's not making the All-Star team.
De'Aaron Fox, unless he balls out.
Yeah, but Let me just ask you, what was Sacramento's record last year?
Horrible. They were under 500.
Yeah, this
I
is
think
my,
there's
like,
one year where they almost made it. Oh, it was last year. It was last year they almost made it. It was last year. They were 4 games out of making the play-in. Oh, I didn't know. I thought the Lakers made the play-in last year.
no, sir. They were far from. So let me look up. Sacramento Kings were 30-52. Let me name some teams. Did the Houston Rockets have an All-Star?
Nope.
Okay. Oklahoma City.
They should have. No, I'm just kidding. No, they didn't get one.
Who should have been?
No, I was gonna
You
say.
know, Shea is hurt, right?
Well, that's perfect.
He was also at the photo media then.
You know he ain't gonna miss out a photo shoot. FB, come on now, you know that.
I wouldn't even show up, man.
You know he ain't gonna miss out on trying to look fly for the camera.
If I was hurt, I wouldn't show up with the leg sleeves on and the arm sleeves, and I wouldn't even show up.
You know how these players are, man.
Portland
They
Trailblazers. Who went to All-Star game?
no one.
Okay, right above them, Sacramento Kings. I just read you from the bottom up in the Western Conference.
Mm-hmm.
So
Look, Chris Paul, you got CP3, you got Ja.
Well, CP3 is going to be there if he's somewhat decent that year, just off
Reps, yeah. CP3, you got Ja, you got Luca, you got Stephen.
Yeah, nobody's tuning in to see De'Aaron Fox.
And then even if that, like the way the NBA is now, guards, you're not going in as a point guard, you're going as a guard. So the chance that makes it even a lot harder now. Because you got to go through Paul George, Anthony Edwards, who else? Possibly CJ McCollum, like Luca, Jamal Murray, like all these players, Devin Booker. And then if they do the draft, then it's everybody. So it's like, it's hard to make the All-Star team this year. That's why I think Drew Holiday only made it once in his career.
Too Wonderful says Nuggets, Clippers, Spurs, and Jazz. Those teams making the playoffs, and one of them in the West Conference Finals.
What is it? What?
I'm reading this. Cleveland, Milwaukee, Miami.
Oh, and I went to the show and somebody told me the Jazz were going to make the playoffs too. I was like, damn, yeah, wild. In what world?
It's interesting.
Coming out the East, Cleveland, Milwaukee.
Why is
Detroit.
no one naming?
Detroit?
Why is no one naming the Charlotte Hornets?
Oh, yeah. Everybody,
you don't believe Charlotte? You don't think Charlotte's gonna win the finals?
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Are they even gonna make it through the play-in?
I don't know. Are they gonna get to the play-in?
That's what I'm saying. That's crazy.
Smoothness knows what I'm talking about. The hit changed AB. True. A Baker Boy says he's been buying WWE Gold out of 10. They're cheap.
That is true.
It's interesting. I like, though, that no one picks Golden State. It's a beautiful thing. Too Wonderful. FD, I don't believe in Charlotte. Nice young highlight reels kind of team. That's exactly what they are. WWE Impeccable coming soon. Thoughts on new Hasbro starting line of figures having Panini made cards with them. What do you think about starting lineup, man? Did you purchase them?
If it's still on, I'm debating. I sent it to you, remember? And you're like,
yeah, I thought so.
I don't know. I want to buy one, but the players they put is like, it ain't really who I really would like. Only person I'm really considered to buy is probably Steph and Tatum and probably Luca. Everybody else, I'm not really a big fan of.
I think it's gonna be a big year for Luca.
It has to be.
I'm just trying to figure out, how did Dallas get better? Did they get better?
Well, everybody's reasoning is Luca enough said. I'm serious. Some of these people just put Luca enough said. I'm just like, wait, what? Are you guys serious right now?
You pull something up I saw the other day.
I mean, it looks cool. You're not gonna buy Stephen Curry?
I don't know. You know, starting
That's what I'm
line.
saying. I don't know either.
I may. Look at this picture right here. I think I know what you're gonna say. Check this picture out. Can you see that?
Yeah, the homie's in shape.
He
That's
what?
Luka. He's in shape this year.
Hmm.
He played overseas for the World Championship to qualify for the Olympics. Like he's coming in way better shape this year.
Okay.
So I mean, I would think.
I believe in Luca.
I really considering buying this FD. I'm thinking about it.
Crown what?
The starting lineups.
You should.
I don't know though. I don't know yet.
You should buy him.
It's cool, but I mean, I love the details because everybody. When I went to Jimmy's today, they were just talking about like how much it changed, how it's different from. I guess there was like a starting lineup years ago. I'm not sure.
The Reverend says, I'm just waiting for hockey to drop the puck.
Me too.
Coming. A few weeks. Too wonderful. No Steph Curry. Too many eyes on his cars already.
I'll probably just buy a Luca, call it a day. But I want to Tatum too. Man, I don't know. Let me see.
It's going to be interesting to see what Boston does this year.
I know.
Any predictions? What you predict for Boston? Morgan says McFarlane toys were better, more realistic. To me,
Oh yeah. Well, the best toy manufacturer is going to be Sideshow. Sideshow got the best stuff. That's realistic to the max. Let me see. Oh.
From the bench, you're always talking about insert player has to get out of this market to see their value to go up. That being said, who was the desirable players in Cleveland, Golden State, OKC, Neal, Milwaukee, etc. before Braun, Curry, KD, and Giannis?
Oh. Kyrie. Got one. That guy got Kyrie.
I see from the bench's point. If you believe that De'Aaron Fox is going to stay in Sacramento and someone is going to be talking about him, that's what you have to believe.
No, I don't think De'Aaron Fox is a cool buy.
And that's also let's dissect this. LeBron left Cleveland, went to Miami, won a championship, went back to Cleveland because LeBron knew just what De'Aaron Fox should know. It's not happening here. Golden State was winning before, is in a large market. San Francisco is a large market / Oakland, large market. OKC, Kevin Durant saw just what I'm talking about, left, and then went and won 2 championships in a large market. Giannis won 1 championship in a large market when Golden State was hurt.
Milwaukee is not a large market, FD.
Well, what's not a large market?
Milwaukee.
It's not a large market. Have you been to Milwaukee?
I would not want to go.
I have been to Milwaukee. I've been to OKC. They're not large markets.
I'll go to OKC. I don't know what I'll do out there.
I think OKC is a very nice city. I think the area around the stadium is a great place to see a game. Is it a large market? No. And I don't think Giannis has to show that he'll win a championship in Milwaukee.
Hey, winning one is enough, FD. What you talking about?
Is it enough?
For him?
Okay.
I think that's enough for me. He's in the Hall of Fame for me.
Yeah, I don't think the question, JD, is someone.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it. I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, Carmelo Anthony is in the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah.
I don't think the question.
But Giannis didn't have to leave, cry his way out to get Milwaukee to get a better team like LeBron did.
So let's say Giannis never won again. Let's say Giannis was on some teams that was barely 500 for the rest of his career.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts?
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks for him. No, but I
You
just
might
think
be seeing that soon.
no, but
Last
I
year,
doubt.
last year Milton got hurt. Milton's not starting the season this year.
I know, but I still think they're a dominant team. They're not an easy out. But I'm just saying, FD, like him winning a championship in Milwaukee is huge to me. I think
Yeah,
it's
just
bigger
like
than
LeBron winning one in Cleveland was huge.
what's bigger, LeBron winning in Cleveland or Giannis winning in Milwaukee?
So if you're a player, JD, or from the bench, and you're saying you don't care what size market you're in. You know, Shaq said I couldn't keep playing in Orlando.
Well, he said after he saw how many zeros he got in LA, why would he?
Why is he getting more zeros in LA?
Because it's the market. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Him winning is more impressive to me than LeBron winning in Cleveland. And you know I love that Cleveland team because of Kai. But I just like he didn't cry his way out of it. He didn't leave and then come back. Like he stuck with it, literally stuck with that team, and they won a championship. I feel like that's impressive. I mean, look what he had.
I think it is. I think long term,
I
Giannis
think
may
when we look back at it and who he beat, I mean, no, because I take it back because I rather beat the Warriors than CP3. I rather beat the Warriors. I'm just like, I don't know, man. It's just crazy to me. Like he didn't do it. His second best player isn't top tier. Would you? I think Drew Holiday is top tier. I'm taking that back.
I don't know if Drew Holiday is top tier point guard.
No, he's a top tier two-way player. Don't
Yeah.
don't.
JD.
Okay.
JD.
Oh, come on, FD. Don't be. Don't. We went an hour and 36 minutes without you saying anything funny. Don't start.
Come on.
Don't start.
Come on.
FD, you went an hour and 36 minutes without trying to be funny. Don't start right now.
Well,
I
from
can-
the bench, I hope that answers your question. It's not about Fox. It's about what players do and what players are thinking.
Hold on.
And
Don't come back. Come back to this question, FD. You gotta tell me who's better than the top 5 two-way player in the league, and Drew Holiday is not in it. And the guard sat in the guard.
I don't think anybody's gonna say top 5 anything, and Drew Holiday is coming out.
Oh well, it was a good try. We went an hour and 37 minutes.
Am I wrong, JD?
I can name who's a better two-way player than him in the top 5 right now. That's doing it consistently.
Again, I'm gonna stand on. No one is saying top 5 and Drew Holiday.
If he was with the you wouldn't take him with the Warriors. He will make the Warriors team a lot better.
I don't think he's needed.
He's underrated. If you swap him and Clay, I wouldn't say they really miss.
Nobody's swapping Clay for Drew.
I'm just saying, if you swapping Clay and Drew, you ain't really missing anything. Where Clay is at in his career, I don't think you're missing that much anymore. I think you're gaining a little bit more playmaking on that end.
JD, there's never a comparison between Drew Holiday and Klay Thompson.
Oh, FD, I can't. Oh, it was a good. We had a good run. An hour and next week we're gonna see if we can finish the whole show.
No, I just got to keep it real.
I need
214. If Cleveland can get D Fox for Garland, then I will
why
call
would they
it
do that?
trade just because Ryder is in Cleveland. Like, yeah, why would that happen?
Garland's 1,000 times better than De'Aaron Fox.
I don't know if I'd say that, but I'm just saying, why would that happen? Why would you make that move?
Why would you? Why would you trade a player you drafted? Why would you do that?
And this is the thing that I think most fans underestimate. Like, when you draft a player, they get treated differently than someone that came into this organization. Especially in the game of football. It's not a comparison, man.
I agree. That's like if we brought somebody else in, it's not going to be the same. You know what I mean? Like
if you draft that guy and you paid him up front, you invested in him. They have to really mess up. This is why This is why the Pittsburgh Steelers today put Pickett in the game.
He almost won the game too.
Yeah, but you drafted that guy. You gonna sit him behind Mitch?
My father-in-law was happy when he came in. I mean, his first throw was an interception, but after that, I mean, he gave him more points than Mitch did. You know,
Too wonderful. Random question: are you guys still watching She-Hulk? It started off great, and now just another chick series.
Don't say chick series. It's good. Yeah, I think it's good.
Too wonderful. You think this is a chick series? Wow,
you guys are tripping. This is a really good series to me. It's open like every episode series they bring in. It opens a new side of the MCU.
Wonderful. I just got to know what else is a chick series. What else have you seen where you're like, you know what? I'm writing this off.
Because the best superhero right now is probably Scarlet Witch, like the strongest.
Well, in the
But
Doctor Strange movie, she came hard.
man,
So
she was
wonderful.
great.
Did you see Doctor Strange? What did you think of that?
Yeah, was it a chick series at that point? Because she ran that whole movie.
I got no more now. The
She
Reverend
ran that movie.
Reggie Miller was one of the greatest shooters, but Indiana was a lousy market. The Reverend, hey, from the bench, are you reading this?
Was one of the greatest shooters.
I just can't. If people don't think that this is how sports work, I just don't know. So Mike Evans just got slammed in the back of the end zone. We got a roughing. We got an over-the-top penalty here. Kansas City is up 38-17. This game is just about over. But I like the way Tampa Bay is at least trying to finish again. From the bench, it's just like football. Josh Allen, Mahomes, or even Brady transformed their franchises from not being desirable before they got there.
Yeah, but Tampa Bay was they were starting to come get it together before he was there. He was just missing that extra. He was just a missing piece.
Oh, he's talking about Tampa Bay. He's not talking about the Patriots. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, come on, Tampa Bay was building
in a very large market. Tampa Bay had a team.
They were building towards something good over there too.
Yeah, they just had Jameis.
That's like if you throw Tom Brady into Denver with that defense, they probably would be just as good too. Because they got good weapons.
Hold on, let me look at something here. Kansas City is not a small market.
Not anymore.
I don't think it ever was.
I don't think it is. I think it's okay. I mean, the big market in NFL is obviously LA, New York,
Chicago,
yeah, Chicago, probably the Florida teams, and probably Vegas. Vegas is going to be a big team, a big market if they really want to. And obviously the teams in Houston, in Texas, just because of the tax bracket. But that's it. I'm not going to Buffalo.
Well, Jim Kelly didn't want to go to Buffalo.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go to Buffalo.
We'll see if Allen re-ups in Buffalo.
If he don't win this year, he's gonna leave. But I think I don't like Josh Allen anyway, so it don't really bug me what he do. I think Josh Allen is overrated in a sense of like he hasn't done anything.
So I think when we talk about Josh Allen and we talk about Mahomes, they got drafted there. So we're talking about De'Aaron Fox, who got drafted, went past the first contract, stayed, and his team, his organization has never won. Buffalo has been successful in the past. It's been a long time. So we'll see. I just don't think most players, can't speak for all. Kareem won his first championship in Milwaukee.
Yeah, and that's tough to do back then.
I can't say all, but most players are not trying to run two small market teams.
No.
Kawhi and Pippen are two top 5 two-way players. And who did you name? Who did you name as two-way player?
Y'all be hating. I said right now. I'm not talking about all time. I'm saying right now.
The Reverend says Drew Holiday is not a top 5 star kid.
I think you got. Listen to this list and tell me. And I just want you to listen to this real quick.
Oh, you say your list. I'm gonna put this list up. Go ahead.
Smart
Don't
is
let
not
it sway. Don't let it sway.
Smart is not a two-way player. Tatum's definitely not a two-way player. Only Brown and Butler is a two-way player. I don't even think Butler's a two-way player like that at an elite level.
Okay, so who's your two-way?
But listen to the list. Just listen to the list and then just see the two. You start with Kawhi and Paul George.
Paul George?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, FD. Oh, you gave me a heart attack. Kawhi, Paul George. I guess you could say Jaylen Brown. I don't know about Jaylen Brown yet, though. Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday. That's it. I can't think of anybody else.
Hmm.
I can't think of any way. Clay Thompson's not a two-way player anymore. Just stop it. And probably Jimmy.
Okay.
Clay Thompson, he's not a two-way player anymore. I mean, he's still he's not top 5. He's probably top 10.
Who is this? Who?
Who?
Who did you say?
What are you talking about? The two-way players right now?
Who did you say top 10? Who did you say?
I said Clay Thompson's still a top 10 two-way player, not a top 5.
But Drew Holiday is top 5.
Yeah, man. Why are y'all sleeping on Drew Holiday? Drew Holiday's so good.
When did you become so awake on Drew Holiday? If we're sleeping, when did you become so light bulbs went on Drew Holiday?
What do you mean? What do you, just I don't know. Just watching the game, what he's able to do on the court. I mean, I just think about last year what he did against Boston when he had that block on Marcus Smart. I mean, they didn't win the series, but perfect example. The finals 2 years ago when he stole the ball from Devin Booker, took the ball up and and then that was the ceiling that clinched him the championship that year.
So that one play made him top 5 right now?
I think he's top 5 before that. I'm talking about it as a guard's perspective. I'm not talking overall. Because overall, it's like it gets too complicated from that point.
The Reverend says Pickett was 10 to 13, 3 interceptions. The offense called different plays. It was very telling. Pickett, Trubisky are neither the answer. But this is what teams go through when you get rid of Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, but I mean, FD, they brought him in like third quarter. Like, I'm sure he wasn't even thinking about going to play. Everything that was on the fly. I'm sure all the plays were on the fly.
He wasn't thinking about playing. That's the problem. Has he watched Mitch the last?
No, I'm saying the coach. I'm saying the coaches were probably not even thinking that he was going to play.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they were. Have you watched Mitch Trubisky the last 3 weeks?
No. I mean, unfortunately, I have to, yeah. But
from the bench, said he meant New England, not Tampa. From the bench, I don't know what direction you're going in there. I don't know.
I don't think New England's still a big market team. No one's not going to New England.
Boston, the whole Boston metropolitan area is supporting New England.
I mean, I would love to play in Boston. I love Boston. I love that city. But right now, you're not going to town. You ain't going to the Patriots after this. So you're going to go to New England to play with Mac Jones?
You saying you wouldn't go to Boston to do what?
Are you saying you'll go play for the Patriots right now with Mac Jones as your quarterback?
Boston right now is the 22nd largest city in America.
So you're going to go play with Mac Jones?
Yeah, I'll go play with Mac Jones.
What? Over Josh Allen? Or who do we name?
You been to Buffalo, man?
No, I'm just throwing a name out there.
You should go to Buffalo.
No,
Pick a better answer than the biscuit. Oh, is that what they call Trubisky? Is he a biscuit? Hebrew, you might be right, but the play calling makes all the difference in Pittsburgh call plays that fit him. Wiggins. JD.
Oh yeah, Wiggins. Oh yeah, Wiggy's up there. So you got Wiggy,
Okay.
Drew,
Okay.
PG, Paul George, and I'm missing one more.
You're really a big fan of Paul George, huh?
What? Are you?
Every
week. You're just making up time from the beginning of the episode to now. Huh? You just wanna. You know, I'm just gonna make it up right now.
I appreciate it.
Okay, hold on. All right, I'm gonna, since you want to play this game right now, hold on. Let me read out my boy's stats. Wait, I no, he's not my boy, by the way. I'm just saying.
Who's talking about Paul George?
I think Paul George behind KD is probably he's second most skilled at his position behind KD.
Oh wow, man, you're a big fan.
Wow. Oh my God, who's more skilled than PG and KD at their position?
You say the word skilled and PG. Okay.
Oh, if Dizzle, come on, man, don't be rude. Don't be rude to Paul George. Just because of pandemic P, I get it, but still,
we're gonna have a lot of conversations this year. Gonna be a lot of games. We're like, did you watch that game?
He said, "Too wonderful." Said, "I'm the best two-way player at the buffet." Shit, me too. What you? Everybody is. No, but man, okay. Wait, I forgot to bring. I forgot to bring the
Yeah, Boston is a
post-its.
pretty nice place, bro. I think people are sleeping on Boston.
Boston. Hey,
From the bench, Pickett was a third-round prospect that was taken in the first round. He would have been a 7th or 8th quarterback if he came out in a 2021 draft.
wait. What was our bets we had? Our predictions. It was AD playing over 35 games or whatever. 50. 50. Yeah.
50, bro. 5
And then then I said the Clippers were going to make the Western Conference Finals, and I said
That's-
Brooklyn was too.
That's not happening. So you about to go 0 for 3. You might get 50 games for AD though.
AD gonna play. Listen, what he gonna do after he gonna play 1 minute and then sit out, and then just to do it. And then his shirt, he's gonna pull up his jersey one day and say, "This is for you, FD," as he plays 50th game.
Oh, like the message she put on the t-shirt when he was with Pelicans.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Too wonderful. PG is not a 2-way anymore, only because he's 6'8" or 6'9". He was with the Pacers.
Oh, okay. Then that makes it easier. I think, man, Drew Holiday's really. You guys are sleeping on
Man,
Drew
from
Holiday.
the bench is rolling with you. I'll take
What do you
Holiday
say?
as a fourth player on my team.
As a fourth player on my team, damn, that ain't good.
He's rolling with you though.
I mean, he could probably be a solid, but he plays. I'll tell you like this: if you put him at fourth play, your best fourth player on your team is probably gonna be one of the better players you have on the team. Though he contributes a lot. FD, he contributes a lot.
You think about Jimmy Buckets?
I don't know, man. Jimmy Buckets is so.
Is he a 2-way player?
No, I'm gonna be quiet because love what you collect is probably gonna grill me. Because remember we were talking about how Jimmy Butler sucks, and then he went crazy in the playoffs last year. Remember we were talking smack about him, and then he went crazy on us.
Yeah, I like Jimmy Butler though.
I ain't gonna say nothing bad about him.
I just think Miami needs more people to help him out. I like the fact that they gave up PJ Tucker, which was bad. I just don't know what Miami's going to do to score more points.
Yeah,
like I said, you paid Hero and you paid Duncan.
They paid Duncan.
Yeah, Duncan got paid.
He didn't even play in the playoffs because he couldn't stick anybody.
Yeah, man. That's philosophy of teams.
That's wild. But they have no offense. The best offensive player is probably Tyler Hero.
And that's a lot, right?
Yeah, if your best offensive player is Tyler Hero, you got a problem because he's probably like fourth option he's like the fifth option in Golden State.
Baker Boy says, "Isn't Westbrook two-way player triple doubles?"
Man, two-way Westbrook would be stat chasing.
This game is not over, people. It's 38-24 with 14 minutes and 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Patrick Mahomes just got sacked in the middle of the field. The game is not over, people.
They're going to punt? I mean.
Let me see what down it is. They're replaying the sack a few times. It's interesting. All right, so Baker Boy is saying, what is he on your list? Isn't Westbrook? So I'm trying to figure out Baker Boy. Who does he root for? Who does he get excited about? Who's in his top whatever? Did we talk about this before?
What?
Baker Boy.
Baker Boy crazy because he was rooting for the Celtics and then now he's rooting for Zion.
I think Baker Boy is hard for him to embrace greatness.
I'm just excited for. We didn't even talk about how Zion looked. Zion looking like a super snack, like a snack on steroids.
We don't really know what Zion's up to right now, though. We don't know.
Stat chasing? You don't know what stat chasing means?
Stat chasing. You talking about Westbrook? Who you talking about?
Man, that year when he was gonna break he always Westbrook always stat chasing. I feel like he's stat chasing. I mean, that year when he broke the triple doubles for the year, like he was clearly going after that, clearly going for the stats.
Too wonderful. So all I know is Golden State ain't going back. Take that to the bank.
Yeah.
All right.
Dang, y'all crazy. I'm gonna tell you like this. Back in about 8 months from now, we'll be talking about Brooklyn and Golden State in the finals. I y'all sleep. I'm telling you right now. Golden State got a lot better. Not even adding anybody, just adding Wiseman and getting Kaminga up to speed is enough.
So what I've learned is that I don't think people really like Golden State.
Well, that's not our.
I think people are like, you know what? I don't like Steph Curry. I don't like Golden State, and I don't want them to go to the finals, so they're not going to the finals. People are picking Utah. People are picking Denver. People are probably even picking.
The Clippers.
No, like who's in the bottom of the league?
The Clippers got a solid team though.
The Rockets, the Thunder, and the Trailblazers, or the Sacramento Kings. I'm surprised somebody's not saying they're going to win the finals. What about the Minnesota Timberwolves? No one here ever talks about the Minnesota Timberwolves.
I don't know.
They were seed last year.
I don't know how they gonna. I don't know how that's gonna work. I just don't know
how
you.
Right here, it's Hero right here. That's what's happening right now. That's what I'm sensing. Steph getting that Tom Brady hate. People always hate greatness. Did you hear that word? You see that word there?
Mm-hmm.
Even Ali wasn't loved. Hey, who was taking it to the bank? Too wonderful. What you think about that? What bank you going to though? Let me know so I'll pull up.
It's going to credit.
What bank you gonna be at, bro? Let me know. Hero 3, you're spot on. You know what? I got a document. We gotta do it. We gotta take a screenshot of this. We're gonna take a screenshot of this, and we're gonna post it up on Instagram this week. Hero 3. We're gonna see if other people. I think you're spot on. It's hating greatness. I'd rather embrace it. I remember when Mike Jordan and them had 3, they're not getting 4. Especially when Mike retired. Oh, they're never getting 4. They come back, get 4. They won't get 5. They get 5. They're not getting 6. Get 6. Hakeem and them, when they won 1, they're not getting 2. Come back, get 2. Just embrace it.
Just embrace it because like once he retires, everybody's gonna be like, man, we miss Steph. They gonna miss Golden State. I'm telling you, I already miss watching Golden State.
Then people are gonna be like, man, Trey Young, same thing. Trey Young,
hell no, Trey Young cannot do what Steph Curry has ever done.
Trey Young, same play. I think it's time to change caps, man. It's interesting. Who's taking it to the bank again? Too wonderful. Okay. Too wonderful comes back and says Hero 3 doesn't even know what stat padding is. Denver Clips or Utah taking the world I was about to say World Conference. Western Conference Finals. No hate on Steph. Just injuries will definitely happen to the Warriors. So no injuries are happening to Denver, Clips, and Utah, who just had people hurt. No injuries are happening to them. It's just going to be Golden State, and that's going to keep them from going back to back. You got people with some of these teams you're naming, they're not even starting the season. No mention of that. That's beautiful, man. I didn't invest in players that do Subway commercials. I don't invest.
Oh,
now, Jimmy Johns. That's it. Oh, Too Wonderful. Too Wonderful is on the road. What's wrong with Subway? You don't want to eat fresh? JD, you eat at Subway?
Yeah, Subway's solid. I don't have a problem with Subway.
I don't think Too Wonderful likes that. It's been special being with everyone, though. I can't wait to get back here next week. And people are saying, you know what, Golden State, they're not going anywhere. And maybe they won't. I don't know. It's gonna be fun to watch, though.
We'll see next week. Well, I don't need to worry because my team don't play till Monday, so I'm gonna be chilling on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm picking Jimmy John's over Jersey Mike's too. That was
I-
a comment earlier that I think I missed that I want to bring in before we get up out of here. Let me see if I can find that. Okay. Two Wonderful said top 5 desserts: German chocolate cake, carrot cake, zucchini bread, sweet potato pie, monkey bread.
Monkey bread is so. Bleh.
You don't like monkey bread?
That's all right. Who? Go ahead. What's yours?
I think I've only had it twice. I don't know, man. I've been trying to pull back on my sugary stuff. I grew up loving German chocolate cake, pecan pie, sweet potato pie, carrot cake.
Sweet potato pie different. Woo!
What do you rather have, sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie?
Pumpkin pie. Man, it's fall season. You know, you gotta get a pumpkin spice going. No, I'm just kidding. No, pumpkin pie is good. I don't. Is sweet yams considered like a dessert?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my goodness, sweet yams is so good. I don't know. I mean, ice cream. I don't know. I really don't know. Like desserts wise, I mean, I just get anything. But pumpkin pie is good. I don't know. I can't really give you a top 5 off the bat.
Yeah, I've been trying to pull back, man.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. You know what's cool about the sport though? All sports, it evens out all this conversation. Right now, we're all just speculating. I'm speculating, and we don't know what Golden State's gonna do. We don't know. We don't know what Memphis is gonna do. We don't know what Minnesota is gonna do. We don't know. We're all speculating. That's why they go out and play the games, and then we find out. There was a Sports Illustrated cover when Michael Jordan came out where he was compared to Dr. J. He was dressed in a doctor's outfit. Have you seen that picture?
Yeah, that's
Is anybody
great.
comparing Michael Jordan to Dr. J today?
No, everybody gets compared to MJ. That's the standard.
So things change. Things happen. Things change. That's a part of sport. So we'll see soon. And when certain teams are like 20-2 or 20-5, people say, hey, man, that's not going to last. And then when teams get to be 72-10, like the Bulls, where they probably run out of steam in the playoffs, then they go to the playoffs and win a chip. This is how we do, man. That's how we get down.
I can't wait.
And then 5 years after the guy retires, man, that dude was great. I wish I'd embraced it.
Y'all better embrace that because once he's gone, that brand of basketball is not going to come back for a while.
Hey, get up right now. Get up in your house. Get up in your apartment, wherever you're at. Hug somebody. when they ask you, why are you hugging me right now? You're like, you know what? I'm just embracing greatness.
That's it. That's how we end the show. That's how we end the show tonight. That's how we go. I'm gonna go hug. Let me go see if I can hug Gary.
And you can follow that up with, I appreciate you.
All right, let me drive to Vegas, FD, and I'll find Derek Carr.
I'm about to go out here right now. I'm gonna get somebody out here, probably maybe 2 or 3 people more. I'm gonna hug them, and I'm gonna tell them I'm just embracing.
Wait, a random person? You gotta.
I'm gonna go right in my family, man.
Oh, they're gonna go Rex.
They did.
I'm like, come on. No. You gotta record that. You gotta tell G to record that if you did that. That'd be crazy.
JD, you think a Judge is the MVP?
I mean, that's a given, right?
I think it's MVP.
LaMelo
LaMelo taking Hornets to the playoffs this season. You can take that to the bank. Just think.
I don't know.
Mega Boy says, take Steph out, Warriors, they wouldn't even be in the conversation.
Who said that? Big? Oh man, he know he's a hater.
What if they took Tatum and Jaylen Brown out?
Oh, they're not even making the playoffs.
They're probably in the same boat they're in right now.
They're not making the playoffs.
Firehouse Subs is pretty decent. A lot of bread, pretty decent. So this statement right here, you can tell people definitely are not embracing greatness right here. Baker boy, hug somebody.
That's wild.
Embrace greatness. Well, JD, I appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you being here. It's been special. It's always special. We got 82 games of the season. Golden State kicks off October 28th.
In 26 days.
It's gonna be quite interesting.
Whew. All right, then. I'll see you next week at Dizzle.
All right, everybody. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you.